is going on, my beautiful Cancers? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. Sending you guys so much love as it's almost, what is it? The new moon in 2 days, you guys. So it's a perfect day to manifest, perfect day to actually tell the universe, I'm ready to let this go so I can create space for what I want and better. So send you guys so much love and so many blessings for what you want to manifest. But other than that, my beautiful Cancers, please understand this is a general reading in shadow work and love. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, boo-boo, understand that you know where the trash is at. But if it does resonate with you and you enjoy spending your time with me here today and you want to be a part of this community, you could do so by hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel. And also, if you want to book your own healing session or personal reading or follow me on Instagram, all that information is down in the description box below. But let's get into disclaimers, boo. Please understand that tarot should not dictate your life. My readings are not here to tell you what to do. That is your responsibility. I'm just simply here to give clarity, upliftments, guidance, or confirmation on what your soul already knows for your best and highest good. Now, my beautiful Cancers, Cancers. Now, if you don't know what shadow work is, shadow work is about going into the depths of your own psyche and observe the subconscious patterns that rule your conscious essence. So pretty much we're going to go in depth in understanding how you are in relationships and what you can do to create more harmony in your relationships where you can maintain them and they'll be long lasting and actually healthy. So we're going to get a card for the overall energy of how you feel about love. Then we're going to get one pile about how you consciously act in relationships. Then we're going to get a second pile that is subconsciously what you don't know of how you act in relationships and what you avoid in relationships. And then the last pile is going to be your overall belief of why you act the way that you do and why you have these subconscious beliefs and act out of subconscious patterns. And then those are 3 cards for triggers. We're going to get the shadows behind them, get some tarot on it for clarity, get some cards on the type of people you attract and who you are in those interactions. And then we're going to get a card for your overall energy for the near future about love. And then we're going to close it out with cards from your higher self and what your higher self wants to let you know that you need to embody and start believing in. So, my beautiful Cancers, let's get right into it. Boo-boo. Let's get right into it. I'm using the Dark Mirror Oracle. Very perfect deck for shadow work. So let's get it, boo. What are my Cancerians? What's their overall energy in love currently? Spirit, what is their overall energy in love? You got 2, but I'm taking this one. Oh, wow, Cancers. Okay, this is deep. Let's get into it. The deeper, the better. Yep, that's what I said. That's what Brittany said. Yep, I did it. But you have forgetting oneself. I'm being called to 17, so 17 might be very significant, or 1 plus 7 equals 8, so 8 may be very significant. If you're seeing 8, that means you're closing out some karma. If you're seeing 8, you're really releasing a lot of baggage. If you're seeing 8, that's triple abundance. But that was funny I said that. That's very interesting. That's relevant for someone. But forgetting oneself. So Cancers, I have a feeling that, okay. Spirit just put it in my head and told me to say this. All right. Remember, you guys, shadow work is seeing parts of yourself that you avoid seeing. All of us have a shadow that we run away from, but it chases after us because it's trying to show us our truth so we don't have to keep repeating false beliefs. So all I'm hearing is that Cancers, you have to understand that you're a water sign and water runs very, very deep. The ocean runs very deep. So that means your emotions run deep. And I feel that you may have a tendency to deplete yourself by giving too much of yourself to particular dynamics, especially in connections is what I'm sensing. But I'm also sensing that when you do give so much of yourself, you forget yourself in the process. You make everything else a priority except yourself. And I have a feeling that you question a lot about your existence, as in why you act the way that you do and why is it that you always feel like you're being left out or not being loved the way that you love. So what I'm hearing, actually what I'm really getting is that feeling you feel like your efforts are never noticed. So it feels like currently in love, it's pointless to even care about other people. I don't know why, but I am sensing that. But it's only because you have forgotten to learn how to love yourself. because you've been giving your love so freely to a lot of other people. So let's get a little deeper. Spirit, how do my Cancers and my beautiful collective consciously act in relationships? First trigger. I will start an argument with my partner to get attention. That does sound like a mechanism. Definitely a self-defense mechanism. But let's get a little deeper. All right, Spirit. How do my Cancers... What do my Cancers avoid and don't know subconsciously that they hold in relationships? When my feelings of shame surface, I will avoid everyone close to me. Okay. What is the overall belief my Cancers hold? When change needs to happen, I begin to procrastinate. Okay. All right. I'm hearing this saying, so it's going to be relevant. The way you do things is how you do everything. So Cancers, consciously, the way you act in romantic connections is that I will start an argument with my partner to get attention. Like I said, you give so much of yourself to people to the point they get so familiar with taking because you give. And some of you guys, I feel like you might have anxious attachments, meaning that you get anxious when it's like you give so much of yourself and deplete yourself and forget yourself because you want that person to accommodate what you think you need. And what you think you need is someone to be by your side. So when you're not getting that assurance that that person is there, it's like you get really anxious, or you get anxious when they don't text back. You get anxious when they don't call back. You get anxious when they're away from you. So it's like the argument is you pretty much expressing your need for attention, obviously. And it's only because that you have forgotten to feel safe within yourself. But let's see the shadow behind that. Why my Cancers consciously act this way? Interesting. Okay. They told me to put it back in the deck because it fell on the ground and I had 2 fall out. So let's try again. What is the shadow behind this for my Cancers? Thank you. Huh. Okay. That's why they told me to do it. Okay. So they're saying, Spirit is saying, remember you guys, you're going to hear things you don't like, but don't shoot the messenger. Don't be mad. I feel that if someone really loves you, they're willing to tell you the truth. And I'm just reading the cards, but I'm willing to do this type of work because we deserve to live harmonious lives, but it's our responsibility to take accountability for our emotions and our emotional intelligence. So Cancers, how you consciously act in relationships, the shadow behind that is codependency. This is a relationship addiction. You are relying too heavily on the other person for your sense of self-worth. Give yourself more self-love. Like I was sensing, Cancers, it's like you gave so much of yourself to the point you've forgotten how to love you. You've forgotten that yourself deserves that same amount of love to fulfill your cup up. And you become codependent, like I was saying. People who are codependent, I used to really suffer from this codependency where I gave too much of myself to make that person stay and to make them see my worth. But here's the thing, the more you give to people, they're not going to learn how to appreciate it. If they can't learn to appreciate what you're already giving, they're not going to appreciate all the more that you're giving. If anything, they're going to be happy to take, because they have a perspective that, oh, why spend mine? Why use mine when I can use yours? So really, you're being codependent on a pattern that is portraying how you felt as a child. And maybe you had parents that were emotionally detached or emotionally unavailable, and that made you feel like you needed to be a people pleaser because you didn't know how to love. So you thought giving love is the way to receive love, but giving love and like giving too much of yourself to the wrong people. I really hope that makes sense, Cancers. I really hope it does. All right, so let's continue. All right, so for how you subconsciously are, what you subconsciously avoid in relationships is when my feelings of shame surface, I will avoid everyone close to me. I do feel that with this, I will start an argument with my partner to get attention. If you have parents that were emotionally unavailable, let's be honest, you are emotionally unavailable too. You have those same characteristics. Majority of the trauma that we play out in a pattern in relationships is really the relationship we had with our parents. So if you had a parent that was emotionally unavailable, then you'll do your best to avoid emotions and express yourself the way that you think you should express yourself, which is mostly reactivity. So with this, I'm getting, when my feelings of shame surface, I'll avoid everyone close to me. You're having trouble speaking your truth because you don't understand how to really discover these feelings that you're feeling. So right now, I feel like you're acting out because you just don't understand who you fully are within your emotions, and you're trying to discover that. But you have a sense of shame when you're feeling these emotions because you think they don't deserve to be heard or felt. But your feelings matter, Cancers. They matter. And please understand that avoiding everyone is pushing people away. And I feel you Cancers who are watching this, you probably have the tendency to choose people that don't choose you. And it's okay. I used to be the same way. But let's see the shadow behind that. We're going to get down to this. So what's the shadow behind this for my beautiful Cancers? How they subconsciously are connections? Thank you, Spirit. Oh. Oh, wow. This took a turn. Okay. I see how that works out. So the shadow behind this is self-absorbed. Seek to feel what others are feeling. Express empathy to others to overcome this. Oh, okay. I get this. So, Cancers, please do not shoot the messenger. Since it's hard for you to learn to love yourself, you fall into victimization. And when you avoid people because of your emotions that are very intense, with this self-absorbent, I'm getting that you have a tendency to be selfish and only think about yourself. And when you only think about yourself, I used to be the same way, so I'm taking this advice as well. When you only think about yourself, you're only concerned about how you feel, and therefore you don't really care to create space for people to understand you. And that really is just saying you don't even know how to create space to understand other people. So pretty much you are in a dynamic within connections that are just no emotions at all, just straight logic and straight just pain and wounds. So this shadow here is just saying, your shadow here is saying, seek to feel what others are feeling, express empathy to others to overcome this. Express what you're feeling so people can understand, because it's okay to be vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, people could be vulnerable with you, and you could create a space where both of you two can come together and express what you're both feeling, rather than you thinking you're the only person's feelings that are important. But also that, please understand too, when you shun yourself off, it's really selfish to your partner, because your partner is there to be your safe haven. They're not there to be your battlefield. They're there to give you that sense of comfort, give you that sense of safety. So if you think that your partner doesn't care about you, have you been able to be vulnerable, Cancers? Have you been able to be open without being reactive? Have you been able to step back and really digest how you feel and then express it in a manner where you're feeling heard, rather than, I'm just hearing reactive. You guys probably are very reactive. So ask yourself, Cancers, have you really allowed yourself to be vulnerable yet? To allow another person to understand how you feel, so you can help yourself understand how you feel as well, rather than being trapped in victimization. And victimization comes from pessimism, and pessimism comes from fear. And fear really comes from not knowing how to love self in order to express self and nurture self, to be able to give that to another person. Alright, Spirit. Now, the overall belief that you have behind all of this is, when change needs to happen, I begin to procrastinate. So yeah, I do feel selfish tendencies a little bit. I feel like, Cancers, you know the right thing to do when it comes to connections, but sometimes you don't want to do them because you think that you do most of the work. But that's when you need to learn how to stop giving so much of yourself and be aware and have discernment. Is that person reciprocating the same back to me? If you're giving and they're not giving, then you need to take a step back and make sure they do their part. But if you're giving and they're giving, that's equal give and take. So that is where their harmony can be created. But when change needs to happen, what I'm getting here, let me get a shadow on this so I can clarify what I'm really feeling. What is the shadow behind this belief that my Cancers have? Wow, we're really getting in this. We're really getting deep, Spirit. Okay. So the shadow behind this is what I've been saying for a while. So I have been. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. You have egocentric. Not everyone shares the same perspective as you. Listen to others. You may just learn something new. That's definitely what I'm sensing, you know? If some of you Cancers are the ones who are always giving, but expecting that someone should give exactly what you're telling them to give you, you're not creating space for what potentially that person can give you. And it's only coming from control, comes from childhood where you have lived a life with your parents of being dictated, being told what to do, being like you don't feel good enough. So you have to have a sense of control. And you think having a sense of control in relationships in your way is the right way, but really it's not the only way, Cancers. There is another way, and this is why you have another person to be with, to share new ways of being, new ways of becoming, new ways of creating beautiful harmonics in a relationship, harmony in a relationship. So understand, Cancers, be open to seeing different perspectives. Because even though you guys are intuitive, doesn't mean you know it all. Other people, what's that saying? Only a fool thinks he knows everything. Only a wise person believes they don't know nothing, so they can learn everything. So be able to be open to learning, because little do you know, you might learn something from another person that might teach you how to love yourself on a deeper level, so you can be more compassionate with yourself and be able to ripple that out into your external world. That's deep. I like this, Cancers. But with this procrastination here, what I'm getting is that don't stall on speaking your truth, and don't stall when you know something needs to take place in order to create stability within your relationship. Okay. Let's get some tarot on it. Boo, tarot, we need you, boo. We need you, boo. Spirit, we need you. We still need you, Spirit. We always need you. Can I get one card for this first pile for my beautiful Cancers? Okay, that's a start. Can I get one for the second pile, please, for my beautiful Cancers in the Kalinga fan Spirit? That's a good start. I like the way that's going. Alright, can I get one card, please, from beautiful... Whoa. Okay, Cancers. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Alright. Oh, I folded you. I'm sorry. Apologizing to my cards. I have a connection with them. Alright, can I get one last card for this last pile, please, Spirit? One card for this last pile, please. Okay. So, the tarot is saying, for the first pile, how you consciously are. I feel the tarot wants to let you know it's time for you. You got the Five of Cups in the reverse, and I love this depiction of the Five of Cups in reverse. Look at the rose, look at the Two Cups. Cancers, I do feel like the tarot is telling me, I do feel like you're starting to realize your dictatorship in relationships. But I do also feel like you're starting to realize how that stemmed from not feeling good enough to receive love. And I feel that you're starting to realize that you're worthy of love. And you're starting to create more an ease to your approach towards love. An ease towards your partner as well. If you don't have one, if you do have one, you know, take what resonates. It's still going to be helpful, even if you are single. So you can learn before you go into your next relationship. But I do sense that you're starting to realize the gentleness and the serenity it takes to have a relationship that is healthy. So I feel like you're starting to learn that to let go of the pain that makes you feel like you're not worthy enough for receiving love is starting to realize you're worthy of love, but you need to change your dynamics of how you receive it and how you give it. And I feel like you're starting to realize to bring a more sensitive approach to your connections. I really like that. Really good depiction. This is very interesting. For your second pile, the tarot is clarifying your shadow and your trigger as Two of Cups, and the Five of Swords and the, oh, sorry. You got the Two of Cups. Yeah. So you have the Two of Cups and the Five of Swords in the reverse. You yearn deeply for a connection that you're both vibrating at the same frequency, where you don't have to translate your soul all the time, but you both can understand each other's soul. And you're definitely desiring that. That's why you... What I'm getting with the self-absorbent and avoiding people is that you want people to take the initiative to understand how you are, how you feel. And you also feel that you know what's best in a relationship because you really do have good intentions. So with this Five of Swords here, I do feel like you're finally putting down the fight of fighting for relationships that no longer serve what you're trying to create within it. And I do feel like your intentions are pure. They're very pure, and I feel that. And you want alignment within a connection, but you're willing to stop fighting battles that are not worth fighting. So the tarot is pretty much saying that you're learning how to let go of being self-absorbent. You're learning how to let go of that shame. You're learning how to walk away from even parts of yourself that aren't serving your best and highest good. And you're going to learn how to make things equal. I like that. I like that. Okay. So for your last pile, you have, as an overall belief, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So immediately when I saw that is that you feel unstable in connections. And I do feel like it's because you don't feel safe. You don't feel safe. I'm also getting too that you Cancers are very focused on making sure that there's financial stability with both individuals, yourself and your partner. And you feel that is very important. But what I'm really getting is that you don't feel safe in connections. And I do feel like it's because you probably didn't feel safe when you were younger. So you probably just put on a persona to make a particular person like you, so you could keep them in your life so you don't have to feel that emptiness. But if you still feel that emptiness, you're going to be very egocentric and only think about how to fill it for yourself. And with this Ace of Pentacles here, I just sense that you don't feel safe in relationships because you don't feel safe in yourself. So I do feel like change needs to happen for you, but you keep procrastinating on it because you define yourself by this story. But this story is not serving you, Cancers. But let's get deep. Let's see what kind of people you attract and the type of person you are in interactions. Now, these are twin flame cards, but I'm not going to consider them twin flames because these are really helpful for relationship dynamics, period. So the red is going to be, they consider chaser, the yellow is the chaser, the red is the runner. So whatever suits you, take what resonates. But I'm going to read the yellow as you and the red as the other person. What kind of people do my Cancers attract and what kind of person they are in connections? What kind of person is my Cancer in connections? The kind of person that they attract to them. Okay. What kind of person is my Cancers are in connections? Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. You're the best. I'm talking about twin flames. Talking about it. You guys definitely probably did go through a twin flame dynamic. That's probably why you're going through a huge shift in understanding what self-love is. But I do feel like the whole collective's going through that currently. So the type of people you attract is, I've been hurt too many times in the past and I'm scared you'll do the same. The way you are is, I hate my twin flame. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna get real. We're gonna get real and truthful. I hate my twin flame. I love my twin flame. I don't want to be my twin flame. I want my twin flame in my life. This is definitely a clear depiction of codependency of self-absorbent. You want what's not best for you, codependent, but you really feel that you can help this person and change them because you think you know what's best. Self-absorbent. It's okay. We're speaking the truth. I'm even saying this shit to myself. I'm like, damn, bro, you just like this too. I'm like, fuck. Healing. This is the whole point of shadow work, is to heal these patterns so they don't dictate our life and keep bringing disappointments. So you attract people who are fearful and anxious. And that type of pattern, that type of, how can I say it? It's not love language. That type of belief, I'm going to put it that way. I've been hurt so many times in the past, and I'm scared to do the same. You attract people who give you your love and take it back. Give it, take it back. Give it, take it back. So wishy-washy, in and out, indecisive, but also just too fearful to receive love because they think receiving love is going to be painful because feeling their emotions are painful. That's the type of people we attract. People who are too scared to receive love because they think love is painful. Now, this is where you come in, where you're all confused because this person is confused. And you have a good heart, but at the same time, you do know what's best for you. So it's like you're in between being confused by thinking that I'm not worthy of love. I am worthy of love. I want this person. I don't need this person. So really, the type of person you are in these type of dynamics is that you're attracting people who confuse you because you haven't found a sense of stability within yourself. Woo. Damn, Spirit. Channel. Damn, you're telling me I got Cancer in my chart, yo. So that's why I'm taking it. I got Cancer in my chart. So like I said, taking this all in as well. All right, Spirit. What is the overall energy my Cancers are going to be in the near future? Ooh. What is the overall energy my Cancers are going to be in the near future regarding love? What is their overall energy going to be in the near future, Spirit, for my Cancers and love in the near future? What's going to be their energy now that they learned all this for love in the near future? Okay. I'm going to get another one. You have both receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Okay, yes, I do feel that closure issues, but I do feel like you guys are definitely doing what you can to continuously progress and move forward because you know you're worth the fight, but you also know that you're worth healing yourself before allowing someone to come into your life so you don't have to recreate that karma. All right. Can I get one more, please, for my beautiful Cancers? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So you have hands of cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic. Options, not showing hands, gambling. That's what I feel like. You're gambling your energy and your life with this powerful, intense connection. But I want you to understand that just because you have a spiritual connection with someone doesn't mean that you're meant to be with them. If anything, you're going to have spiritual, intense connections with anyone you meet who is meant to be on your journey to help you evolve and ascend. So really be open to the fact that there are people who are going to love you just as intensely as you want it, the way that you want your twin flame to do it. So, but again, just understand that twin flame is just a label. Anyone, you're going to have a spiritual connection with anyone on a deep level, just like a twin flame. All right. So let's close it out with cards from your higher self. Let's see what your higher self wants you to let you know what you should start embodying so you can have healthy relationships. All right. Higher self of my Cancers in the collective. What do you want to let them know how they should consciously start being in connection? Okay. So you have, I'm giving my best today. I'm showing up. I'm trying, and that's good enough. I love that. I love that. So your higher self is letting you know, Cancers, how you consciously should start acting in relationships is understanding that you don't need to try to prove your worth to receive attention from people that you love. If anything, show up for yourself and give the best to yourself and realize that you trying is good enough. And if people are not willing to see that, then here's the thing. They don't deserve you. Plain and simple. That's where your higher self wants to let you know how you should start consciously acting. All right. Higher self of my Cancers in the collective. What do you want to let them know how they should start subconsciously being aware of in relationships? What should they start consciously being aware of in relationships? All right. So you got 2. All right, so you have, I'm going to start giving myself healthier boundaries. Enough is enough. And then the second one is, I will meet new people. I want people to get to know me. I'm confident with who I am to share myself with others. I love that. I love that. So your higher self is pretty much asking you, be vulnerable. Be vulnerable with people who are choosing you. Be vulnerable with people you feel that they deserve the best of you. And be confident in the fact that expressing your truth and expressing yourself, that you will be loved as who you are. And you're going to attract people who are going to reciprocate the love that you so freely give. Now, with this setting boundaries, your higher self wants to let you know, stop choosing people that don't choose you, Cancers. Take the risk in allowing secure, safe people to come into your life and show you what real secure love is. And set boundaries for those who don't have boundaries and who don't have standards. Because people who don't have boundaries or have standards don't respect people who do, but they also don't respect themselves. So you don't want to be around people who don't know how to respect themselves, because they'll never learn how to respect and value life, including you. Wow, that's deep. All right. So last but not least, higher self of my Cancers in the collective. What do you want to let them know? What belief that you want them to start embodying in order to have healthier connections? All right. I love it. A lot of signs I've been getting this, and it's the fucking truth. So your higher self is letting you know it's okay to open up my heart more. To feel and express love makes me a divine being. Cancers, have no shame in expressing your love. If you're with someone who doesn't want to appreciate your love, and you have to try to act out in ways to make them see you, and they make you feel guilty for that, and you're trying to make the change, but they think you're so selfish because you're always leading the way, and you're a cardinal sign. You're meant to lead the way. Please understand that there's nothing wrong with loving life. There's nothing wrong with love itself. Express how you feel. Express your love. Express who the fuck you are. And if you are a person that loves immensely to the point that you will hug a tree, or you would just go up to someone and say, give them a compliment, or you're that type of person who just wants everyone to have a smile on their face, or even then you want to be that person that people can lean on because you just fucking love, be that person, man. Know your boundaries though. Know who deserves your energy. But also understand that expressing your love makes you who you are. And there's nothing wrong with that, because your feelings matter. They matter, Cancers. But my beautiful Cancers, that is all I have for you. If that gave you any clarity and any upliftment, please let me know your feedback in the comment section below. I really would love to know. And also, if you guys want me to do particular type of readings, please let me know. I would definitely consider it to create new spreads for this channel and for you guys. But other than that, if you want to book your own personal reading or healing session, and follow me on Instagram, all that information is down in the description box below. Other than that, if you enjoyed spending your time with me here today, boo-boo, you can do, if you want to support me, you could do so by hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel. And thank you so much if you already are a subscriber. I appreciate you all for trusting me on your journey. But other than that, my Cancerians, I'm hoping the best for you in your future love, because you fucking deserve it. But I'll see you on the next one. Only love. Namaste.